Before you can figure out where you're going, gotta look back at where you've been. There's things that happen that seem like they didn't mean nothing at the time. But then you realize they mean everything.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your bad friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Sorry, I'm so used to Ghost now. Anyways, Raising Kanan. And this here is the 5 incidents that will come back to hunt Rock in season 4. Now, first and foremost, I just want to say yes. I know I've been away for a while. I was basically on vacation. You know, a lot happened. And I'm basically back now. I'm back in Los Angeles, so I should be putting out a whole lot more videos and stuff now. And most of it that I will be doing coming as of late will be dealing with Raising Kanan. Still going to be dealing with other Power content as well. And I know I've said I was going to insert NBA. Definitely going to do that as well. But it feels good to be back, with the peeps and stuff like that. My apologies for the long hiatus, but your boy is back. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So, we're gonna start things off with your boy High Post. Now, obviously, we only seen one very short scene of High Post, and this was on episode 1 of the first season. Now, High Post, Kanan, as he was narrating, said he always liked the brother, and he treated Rock right. But he ended up getting set on fire because of something dealing with snitching. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up with High Post is because a lot of time, in the Power universe, if they show them very quickly and stuff like that, unless it's like season 4 of goddamn Book 2 Ghost that leaves a bunch of holes and everything. But, Raising Kanan, for the most part, is much better at, covering everything. So I'm pretty sure they showed us him for a reason, because something dealing with him will more than likely come back to the present and be related to the story. Now, one incident that's already happened and kind of touched on it was, of course, in season 3. I believe this was episode 6. Yes, it was episode 6, where Vanessa pulled up on Rock with the gun. And she was accusing her of possibly doing something to Unique, right? And she was like, "Where is he, ugly ass nigga? What you do to him?" And she was like, "That's your MO. That's just like you did, she set him up, just like you did High Post." Now, that kind of, Rock's whole, if you pay attention, Rock's whole demeanor after she said that changed. So, and she told her, if you're going to be talking that shit, you better be willing to pull that trigger. So, that obviously is something that's very triggering when it comes to Rock, right? And obviously, Vanessa didn't, finish her statement and say everything, but I think they had her say that just to let us know what's to come. So, in my opinion, I actually believe that in season 4, it's going to be like the revelation. It's going to be like a bunch of things from Rock's past is going to be coming back to bite her in the butt that she's done, because she was an informant. Keep that in mind. I still believe she probably did something that's High Post, because high post. As you see, Panessa said that she set up high post. And we already know from what Kanan said at the beginning of season 1 that he was set on fire. So, did Rock set up high post to die in order to take the spot? Because we know she took his spot afterwards, because Howard confirmed that for us in the first season, saying the worst thing that ever happened to the South Side was Raquel Thomas taking over for a high post. So we know she was the one who took over at the high post. So the question is, did Rock set up high post? And if she did, will someone possibly from maybe high post crew, his old family member or something like that, come back and maybe target Rock? I just think that's something we should be looking forward to. Now, next, for me, I actually made a video talking about this before, and I'm just going to resurface it and I'll bring it up again. Did Rock set up Marvin? Because I think she possibly did. Because she said that at once upon a time, Marvin was the one over the entire organization, right? So since Marvin was, if Marvin was over the organization, keep in mind she said that he was getting high on his own supply, and that when the cops came, he asked them did they want to buy they wanted to buy something. I can't remember exactly what the amount that she said, but either way, he tried to sell them product. So, but the reason for me bringing this up is that we already know that High Post, she came after High Post, so I'm guessing that maybe High Post was possibly under Marvin. That's what I'm thinking. Or I don't know, or maybe it was DEF CON. You know what I'm saying? Maybe DEF CON was under Marvin. And then when Marvin went away, DEF CON took over. And after DEF CON was gone, she switched over and went to High Post. Who knows? That doesn't really even matter. But what I'm talking about is that with the way Rock's character is, with that, to me, with that hunger to be on top and control things, because you can tell that she's a very controlling individual. Is that she may have, she wasn't gonna kill him, but she sent him to jail, similar to what Ghost did to Kanan, right? So what I'm thinking is that she set him up, sent him to jail, while also getting him some help through rehab. And once he got cleaned up, he came back and now he was working under her. So with that being said, and then let's say that get revealed to Marvin, and then how I can see that being revealed to Marvin is none other than Agent Tanner. This Steve Nash looking at nigga right here. So keep in mind, he was running an investigation on the Thomas family, and he ended up stumbling across, Detective Howard as well, right? And in my opinion, I think that it is possible that he potentially may stir things up and tell, basically, because they're gonna have access to all the records and stuff. He might reveal to Marvin that Rock was an informant and she snitched on him. That's how they caught on to him. Even though he was getting high on his own supply, she probably was the one who, who got the cops to come and arrest him so that she can take over. I'm just saying, I don't think it's far-fetched. I think it's definitely a possibility. I know a lot of y'all disagree with me when I said this last time, but hey, I still think that's a possibility, so I had to put it in here. And if that is the case, is it possible that Marvin may seek revenge on his sister Raquel? Now keep this in mind. Marvin can't stand snitches. He's already said that on the show before. We know how he feels about snitches. And to find out that his baby sis was the one behind him doing time and getting a record, could Marvin later on decide he wants revenge for what she has done? And if that is the case, how will Lou fall into place? We already know Lou has a lot of love for Rock. He said that she was the most important person in his life when he was in, doing his therapy. So will Lou take up for Rock, or will he side with Marvin, or potentially just stay out of it? But keep in mind, Lou was feeling some type of way about Rock last season. And let's not forget this. This was some very foul stuff she did to him right here in season 2. Letting his little lad know, I own you, nigga. So I'm just saying, will Lou remember that she owned him and decide he wants to own himself? I'm just saying. But anyways, number 3, let's go ahead and get to the next one, which is none other than your boy D-Wiz. Now, I definitely can see this one here happening, and I think it will happen this coming season. We all know, also, it's crazy, a lot of the events that's happening for Rock that's coming back to bite her, it happened in the first season, or, prior, which they didn't show us. But, the information was revealed to us in season 1. But, as we know, Kanan and D-Wiz took out Buck 20, and someone had to take the fall for it in order to get the target off Kanan's back. So the streets needed a body, and it equaled D-Wiz. So of course, Rock sent Lou out to take out D-Wiz. Is it possible that, because keep in mind, Kanan already knows this information. Now, will he reveal this to someone else? I seriously doubt it. But what I'm saying is, I think it is going to be a possibility that it's going to come out that it was Rock behind the killing of D-Wiz. Now, how exactly is it going to happen? Maybe Buck 20's people is going to be kicking up some dust, and then, they're going to start talking. And perhaps this information could get to D-Wiz's mother. Now, when we first was introduced to Miss Washington in season 1, she doesn't seem like she's too much of a threat, right? She looks like she wouldn't harm no one really. But a grieving mother, especially with the loss of a child, can always be dangerous. You just never know what they may do if they find out you took out their son. So my question is if the word does get back to her that it was Rock behind the death of her son, after she came up in her house and grieved with her, prayed with her, comforting her like she was there for her, knowing good and well she was the one behind the death of her son. And an example of this is for the people that's familiar with the show All American. If you're familiar with the show All American, in season 2, there was this character named Tyrone. He took out this character named Sean. And he was comforting the mother, acting like he didn't know nothing about the death and stuff like that. And just to find out he was the one behind it. And the mother found him later on when she found out and smoked him. So, my question is, could we possibly see D-Wiz's mother smoke Rock this coming season because she finds out she's behind the death of her son? And if not her, we all know that there's also a brother of D-Wiz that may do it as well, who is also, I'm going to put him in the same category. I'm not going to really, separate it. But, pretty much the Washington family is a major threat to Raquel this coming season, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get to the next one, which is your boy, Howard. Well, obviously, he's not going to be the threat, but the incident of Rock killing her. Now, we can speculate about what the reason for her taking him out, but let's be real, we really don't know what the real reason that she decided to do it. I mean, it could be because he was trying to rat out Marvin, and maybe he had a secret plan or something like that to stage something to make Marvin take the fall for them, and she knew about it, or what exactly was it? But all we know is that she smoked him right in front of her own son and his son, Kanan. Kanan, as you can see, you saw his expression after he saw this, wasn't too thrilled about it, in my opinion. So, could it be that this was the final straw for Kanan, that he decides, I can't mess with my mother no more? Now, do I think he's just going to kill her right off the rip? No. But it's just going to be part of that build-up that could potentially lead to him ultimately taking out his mother. Because I think it is a possibility that Kanan may end up taking out his mom. The mind is his head. And that would explain why it was so easy for him to take out his son, Sean. He took out his own mother. The mind is his head. So, what I'm saying is, could he, and then even if Kanan doesn't do it, just like the person I was talking about earlier, Agent Tanner, keep in mind that they were investigating Howard. And even though Howard was on suspension, he still was an LAPD cop. And for him to mysteriously just show up dead, they're going to be definitely shaking the trees and targeting the Thomas family as a potential suspect for the murder of Detective Howard. So, and last but certainly not least, we will get to your boy, Unique. Now, a lot of these lad niggas right now probably is thinking, why would Unique go after her? They didn't have no beef for her, but that's true. But keep in mind, the man got the brakes beat off his head by running with that damn pipe. So he probably beat some screws loose up in that nigga head. And he might decide that he don't give a damn about Rock no more. He only care about getting his work done. And I think he's going to be super paranoid and thinking that he can't trust anyone. The only one that I think he's going to end up taking a major liking to Kanan, and he's going to have him around, but no one else. And maybe not even his son and his girlfriend, Vanessa. Not exactly sure. But I'm going to say this. I believe that Unique, which I think is a high possibility that he will turn out to be Breeze. And I'm going to do a separate video on breaking down all the all the potential people that could turn out to be Breeze and why. So stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I think he is going to be manipulating things in the shadow. Just keep in mind, Rock is the one that's controlling the organization right now. She runs the streets. So, since Rock runs the streets, I think Unique's plan is going to be to get back on top. And in order for him to get back on top, he's going to have to tear down Rock. So I think he's going to infiltrate her entire organization, turn family against family. Who knows? He might even be the one that leaks the information about High Post. Because keep in mind, who did Vanessa get the information from? She ain't in the streets like that. I mean, you know, she probably grew up in the neighborhood, but she ain't in the streets. She probably got the information from Unique. And if that is the case, he could leak that information about High Post out there so that, you know, that those people can start coming after her. He also can, you know, possibly leak the stuff about Marvin. And what I think he could potentially do is just create chaos, very similar to how Kanan did in season 1 of the original Power. And guess what? Breeze was his mentor, so he probably got that from him. He probably seen Unique, aka Breeze, you know, basically tear down his mother's entire organization from the inside out, and later on became the top dog. And he picked that same tactic up from him, and he was using that same, you know, method to take down Ghost Organization. So there you have it, people. Pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know in the comments, could you see any of these 5 incidents being a potential major threat to Raquel Thomas's life? And if not, or maybe, you know, you guys could have your own opinions on other things that could potentially come back to haunt her. You could definitely share it all up in the comments. I'm, you know, definitely, like always, open to hearing it. But yeah, those are the 5 major incidents, in my opinion, that could come back to bite her, with her being a snitch, doing people dirty, and, you know, just being cold-blooded. I just think it's gonna come back to hunt her this next season. And don't be surprised if your girl Raquel Thomas don't make it out of this season. And I will touch on that a little bit more on another video, because I will be doing death predictions for all of the main characters for season 4 as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your dad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.